We are live. Let's get ready to podcast.
Fire it up.
Welcome back to another live and amplified IndieFusion Podcast. I'm your host, Tom Kwiat, and we are back at it again with another amazing podcast. We are here at the Dripping Springs Songwriter Festival at Hudson's on Mercer, and we have Ananda Murari.
Yeah, you got it.
How's everything going?
It's wonderful. The hospitality of Texans for songwriters is unmatched. I'm having a great day.
How long have you been in Texas? I
got here yesterday. Okay. But I was here earlier in the year. I was here in May. Okay. For the Songwriter Serenade. Okay. And I got my first little taste of Texan hospitality.
Sweet. Did you get any barbecue while you were here the first time?
I did. Well, I'm vegetarian.
Okay.
So I get some barbecue sauce.
Okay, fair enough. But not quite the same.
Yeah.
I was going to say there's probably something you can have. No, not really.
Yeah, no worries. It's the people that I'm here for.
That's awesome. So, you've been here since yesterday, and I'm guessing flew into Austin.
Yeah, flew into Austin.
From Michigan.
From Michigan. Yeah.
Awesome. How's everything going up in Michigan?
Michigan's great. It's Michigan. Historically, I've been there for about 5 years, and historically, it's been a place that has given birth to powerful musical movements, Motown, Techno, so many like great musical moments and musicians come out of Michigan. So it's been very nice acclimating, integrating into that scene, and especially in the Ann Arbor, Ypsilanti scene where I live. A lot of really wonderful collaborative musicians and great songwriters. So
that's the interesting thing is I think a lot of people kind of forget there are so many different places in this country that have had musical moments, and it's not just Austin, it's not just Nashville, it's not just New York. Like Chicago had its moment there, like Muscle Shoals has its moments, it's Michigan, and even like you go up further in Texas here, like in Deep Ellum, they had a huge like punk and rock movement that like a lot of the big rock bands came out of Deep Ellum, which is
it's the music is universal and all pervasive. And one of the things that I was realizing, and it's related to this, I was realizing last night we had our little get together welcome to all the songwriters, and anytime I come to these songwriter festivals, the remembrance that it's like, wow, there are so many good songs written every day, and there's so many more great songs to be written. There's no dearth of great musical moments.
Yeah, so. Absolutely. And like even like with the songwriter festivals, because there's obviously been songwriter festivals that have just kind of always been there, and I just love that songwriters are really having a moment right now. Like not even putting aside like the geographical locations of things, because like that's always going to be part of the American dream. It's like, oh, I want to go live in Chicago and be a Chicagoan, or I want to go live in like whatever it is. Yeah. But just like on a musical level, the songwriters are having a moment. You have like we probably sit here and go back and tit for tat with all the songwriters that we're listening to right now that are just like killing it and they're not playing like the O2 Arena or like these big arenas, but they're playing really big shows in like listening rooms and stuff. Yeah.
You had actually, I just saw something recently you shared about AI. Yeah. And the edge that human beings will always have on live performance and live experience, and like keeping music human. Yeah. And I think that is going to become more and more contrasted. Yeah. The human dynamic of music creation and songwriting, because anything can be commoditized and mass produced, which AI is going to allow. Yeah. But the very human dynamic of songwriting, I think is very important. And the small private IRL, as they say, in real life experiences where live music is taking place, is very exciting, and it's also the future, I 100%.
Feel. I'm glad somebody actually watched that video.
Oh yeah, man, that was great.
It was just funny because I had somebody comment on it and like, so you're saying musicians just aren't going to be songwriters anymore? And I'm like, no, that's not what I'm saying.
The opposite.
What I'm saying is the talent's always going to be the talent, and anybody that thinks anything otherwise is just a lazy musician. Like if you're talented, you're talented. AI, because I had JD Graham on this morning, and we were talking about it. He was like, the thing about AI is like, yes, AI has its place in the world. It's going to make certain things about the industry super easy, and like all the tedious things as a touring musician you may not want to do. Guess what? AI is going to do it. It's going to do it well, and it's going to do it quick. Oh, you need to map out a tour?
Yeah.
Hey, AI, ChatGPT, Gronk, whatever it is, I want a tour from Waco, Texas to Seattle, Washington.
Yeah.
I want to do it over 20 days. Map out the most efficient thing, and it's going to help you do that.
Totally.
Right? But as far as like songwriting goes, AI can't, like if you're sitting here with another songwriter working on a song, AI ain't going to be able to tell you what you're feeling or what they're feeling in the song. Totally. Like, all it's doing is recreating moments that we tell it.
Yeah, so. I heard a quote by Rick Rubin. He says, really the reason that AI music will never surpass human music, his opinion, is that because it doesn't have a point of view. And I think when you're looking at music as a product, thinking of it, it's natural to think of it, how will it sell? What's the like dynamic, like the nuance of this product? But really, when we look at music as just a human expression and an expression of that human point of view, you can't recreate that from pattern recognition and machine learning. That has to come from the human being. Because
that's what music is it's all about the experience. It's all about your point of view. Like that's how people connect. It's not it's almost like AI is a poser in a lot of ways. Like I grew up in Chicago, and the worst thing you could be was a poser.
Yeah, don't do it.
And like, I mean, I'm sure everybody has that thing, and that's pretty much what AI is it's like it's taking the information that's out there, and it's saying, oh, I don't know what it feels like to be dumped and left on the side of the road because my ex was a drunk piece of shit, like whatever it is. But I have these 20 reference points that could tell me what I should think, and that's where it's going to draw from.
Yeah. Well, and I think what AI can also be a good catalyst for is let me not just produce something that a robot could do. Let me produce something that only I could say. Only I could say as the human being having some kind of experience. What am I meant to say? What is my voice? What am I here to say and say it?
And I mean, I will say like AI, as far as like the songwriting goes, does have interesting points because it's honestly an advanced Google. Like let's say, are you currently working on a song right now?
Yes.
I mean, you're a songwriter, so I'm assuming you're always. But
chewing on a few right now.
Let's say you're trying to find a line, and you've got like three lines for a chorus, and you need that like fourth line or whatever. I don't know. I'm just free falling here.
Yeah.
You could go to AI and say, "Hey, this fourth line needs to hit these points. I don't know how to word it though." And like, I think AI has a good helping hand there, just kind of like helping you jog your memory. Not saying you have to use what it tells you, but it's like, oh, I didn't even think to use the word orange, but like the old Eminem theory of like, it's not whether you can rhyme a word with orange, it's how you say orange to get it to rhyme with other words. I'm sure you've seen that interview being up in Michigan, but so it's interesting. It's definitely not going to replace talented musicians. It's just going to expose the lazy ones.
Yeah, totally. That's a good point. It's a good take.
So
it's a good take.
This will end up on TikTok here in about a week and a half, and we'll have this conversation all over again.
We'll get the take there.
So for you, you're based out of Michigan now. What are you kind of working on? Are you writing, recording, getting ready to release an album? Where are you kind of at creatively?
Yeah, I'm in that gestation process of writing and collecting new music. I had I released some music at the beginning of the year, a series of 5 singles, and my goal and my desire. So then I've just been trying to tour for the rest of the year and play as many shows as I can and network and meet other musicians. And then simultaneously, I'm in that process of gestating new songs and new ideas, and really just trying to hone my craft as a songwriter. I think building a process around my songwriting, and there's a book called The War of Art. Have you ever read that?
Yep. I've not read it, but it's on my to read.
It's a great book, and it's nice and short, little snippets. It's really, and one of the main points is like acting like a pro, like becoming a pro. So that's been my goal this year, is how do I professionalize my process to songwriting and my process as a musician in such a way that I'm just doing it consistently. So yeah, definitely in that gestating process.
Nice. How's the touring been? Is it pretty much around Michigan, or are you like...
It's here and there, like it's little sprints. Like 3 weeks ago, I did a sprint in Portland and some shows in Portland, some shows in Northern California. I'm here now in Texas. Next week I'll be in Chicago.
Nice.
So little drop points, and then I have a few shows to wrap up the year in Michigan.
Sweet. So you'll fly out to like a main point and then just
hit 3 or 4 shows in that area. I want to be able to do a kind of a consecutive tour sometime next year. That's my goal. But yeah, this year it's just kind of been, okay, where do I have little pockets of people that I know? Yeah. And just, again, that networking process, really meeting people.
Right. It's the important part. Like I talk to musicians all the time that's the hard part, is the networking. And it's like, yeah, I get it. Like, because I mean, a lot of musicians, they're very insular. They they keep to themselves in a lot of regards, but then they get on that stage and it just opens it up, and then you got to go out into the crowd and kind of keep that same energy. But it's definitely the harder part of the industry.
Yeah, and I think just making relationships with other musicians and other songwriters in the scene, that's been a big goal and something that has been very enriching. There's that, the old adage of the imposter syndrome that musicians can come up against, because there's so many songwriters. Like last night we did rounds with all the songwriters in the festival, and every single person was amazing. And again, that point of like, great songs are still being written, and the excitement of that, you could either let that excite you or you let that like demoralize you. Right. If you view it as some kind of competition, some kind of arbitrary like who's better, then that will demoralize you. But if you realize like, wow, this coalition of song bearers are still writing great songs.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And the excitement of that.
Yeah, I remember when we first started doing live and amplified. We were I was out in New Mexico. That's where we got our start. And I was talking to this guy. He was like the bass player for a cover band. I was like, "Hey man, you're like a really talented musician. Have you guys thought about like writing originals?" And I shit you not, his statement was, "No, all the good songs have already been written, so why try and compete?"
That's a shame.
All right. And then I never talked to him. Like I wrapped up that conversation. I have not talked to him in 8 years. I'm like,
I hope he wrote some songs.
Probably not, because they're still sitting out in New Mexico playing the same dive bars on Saturday night, and they're making decent money. They're probably making about $500-600 per show, which kudos to y'all, but like.
Yeah, there's a place, I think, thinking back to music classically, there's always been composers and there's been performers, and that will, I think, continue. Being able to carry the tradition of songs that have been written, I think that's also a very meaningful and powerful experience. But yeah, it's to think that all the good songs have been written is it's unfortunate, because there's so much more to say. Existence is always unfolding, and there's always more to notice. And
even if instrumentation wise it starts to sound a little similar, because yes, there are only so many notes and so many chords, yes, infinitely you could probably never repeat a song, but I mean, at the end of the day, stuff is going to start sounding similar, but the lyrics and the intent and the meaning and the
point of view,
just, it's always going to be different. And that's what makes music great.
There's a Sanskrit word, there's a Sanskrit philosophy The word is Vaisheshika.
Okay.
Vaisheshika is it's a philosophical foundation of life, thinking that every little atom, everything is always unique. Every sunset's new. You can never step in the same river twice, right? So I think that it very much applies to music that, things may, there's going to be resemblance.
Oh, yeah.
There's going to be a thread and influence always. But there's always, every single atom is new.
Yeah.
Every single moment is still new.
Oh, yeah. 100%. Because the mood you were in one day is not the same mood like, even going down to that molecular level of mood and emotion in the experience gives you a completely different experience.
Yeah, totally.
So that's really cool. So how's you've been in Dripping Springs? Was this your first year?
This is my first year at the festival.
Okay.
Yeah.
How'd you get involved?
I forget how I found it. I found it, and then I had applied last year around this time, and I was pleasantly surprised when I got the email like, "Hey, you're in."
Sweet.
So it's been this is the first year that I've done these contests and festivals, and it's been extremely enriching.
Nice.
And already we haven't even started really.
Yeah.
The show's about to start.
Yeah.
And already it's been deeply rewarding.
Sweet. I love it. I love it so much. And you've got a busy day, busy weekend.
Yeah.
Because they were kind of telling me when I was planning this whole thing out, they're like, honestly, if you're going to, because originally I was just going to come on Saturday. I was just going to do Saturday and call it a day. They're like, if you're going to come for a day, come on Friday. Yeah. Because by Saturday, everybody's going to be running around like a chicken with their head cut off. Yeah. And it's going to be impossible to get anybody nailed down. And I'm like, fair enough. Yeah. And so I came today, and the festival hasn't even really started officially, and you're already my fourth interview, so it's like,
yeah. I'm so happy we got to lock it down. I'm so happy you reached out.
Yeah, absolutely. I was getting a little nervous there because there's a few people that were like trying to get a firm time, and I'm like, I've tried that before at these kind of festivals, and it never works because people just walk up and be like, hey, can I do one? And it's like, yeah, and I'm not even paying attention to the time, not knowing that, hey, I've got somebody coming in 10 minutes. Yeah. And especially at festivals like this, it's like trying to keep a firm time just doesn't work.
Yeah, so, it can be hard.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
But so really appreciate your time. For people to check out your music, shows, socials, all that fun stuff, where's the best place to find you?
Yeah. You can go to my website or just anandamurari.com, ANANDAMURARI.com, and obviously just all the Instagram. I'm trying to do TikTok. I've been just like throwing things at the wall on TikTok, and it's TikTok's weird for me, but I've just been putting things out there. Yeah. And then all the streaming places too.
Sweet.
So awesome. Trying to be all pervasive on the internet.
TikTok is an interesting place.
Yeah, TikTok is a very interesting place.
We'll put it that way. But really appreciate your time.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you everybody for tuning in, and we will catch y'all later.